Dr. Vince Akimoto says marijuana gets a bad rap. The local doctor sounding off to KUAM News, upset at what he says is a last-ditch effort to kill cannabis legalization by opponents of Senator Clynt Ridgell's adult-use cannabis bill. Dr. Akimoto starting with the Guam Visitors Bureau, asking for a pause on pot legalization in order to conduct a study.
GVB should have had plenty of information about how this could work. For them to act like this is something new to them, again, I'd like my money back. Every year, the Tourist Attraction Fund has $44 million that could go to the hospital, could go to the schools. For them to now think that we're going to accept the fact that they couldn't spend some of that money on researching the effects of tourism and cannabis before this election, before this legislative vote, it's not acceptable.
Dr. Akimoto suggests implementing cannabis zones away from Tumon to address GVB's concerns. He adds the people of Guam overwhelmingly voted for medicinal marijuana years ago.
The legislature and the governor denying people access to it easily and affordably is criminal.
Akimoto says with full legalization, people can self-medicate as they see fit instead of waiting for medicinal marijuana to navigate the Gov Guam jungle of red tape that essentially has it dead in the water.
You don't ask me for permission to use hibiscus leaves. You don't ask me for permission to chew betel nut. And I don't think you need to. These are plants that God gave you, so use it.
Akimoto says that marijuana has been an indigenous medicine for centuries, and racial overtones are at play in the way marijuana has been demonized by the federal government.
Just because the federal government said it was bad, I'm here to say that it's not a bad plant. All plants are good in God's eyes.
Akimoto also chimed in on Attorney General Levan Camacho's concerns with cannabis legalization, saying the AG should be looking into why medicinal weed never got off the ground, since other jurisdictions have successfully dealt with issues he brought up in his testimony on Bill 32.
Colorado, California, Washington, Saipan, they've struggled with it, they've dealt with it, and I don't think they're smarter than we are, but they might have better senators.
Akimoto calling on the legislature to see cannabis legalization through to the end and not pass the buck or the joint off to the people of Guam.
They're voted into office to do one thing, and it's to create laws to help our people. If they are going to force the people of Guam to vote on referendums, then they've effectively made the argument that they don't need to be there.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.